Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. So today I've got a bit of a quick one for you. Today I want to show you another double lift, a slightly more advanced double lift. We've already made a video on the double lift that you can watch over here, popping up right now, and that's the easier version, so make sure to learn that first and then watch this version. So this is what this version looks like, okay? So we're simply going to turn over the top card, but of course that's a double. Okay, so let's get into it. Now the difference with this version compared to the other version I've shown you before is this pushover action, okay? The card is being pushed over like this and then turned over, okay? That gives the double lift a very natural look, in my opinion, okay? It really looks like that can only be one card when it's pushed over like that. But of course, again, it's two cards, yeah? Okay, and how is that done? So the Ace of Hearts is the second card. Now, as with the other double lift I showed you, we need a get ready for this. We need to get a break underneath two cards. I'm not going to go into detail on how to do this. There are many other videos out there. The most basic way that a lot of people use is this, is riffling up and then stopping at two cards like this, okay? Or simply picking up two cards with your right thumb like this and getting a break underneath those cards, okay? That's fine in the beginning, but as you progress in your magic, I would recommend that you learn some other version. One way of getting a get ready is actually doing a double pushover. So you push over two cards like this and then you pull back, okay? So you push over and you pull back. And it doesn't have to be as fine as this. Actually, if you can do a pushover this fine, you don't even need a get ready. But yeah, I practice doing it very fine. But even like something like this, if you do a little bit of misdirection, you can push over even though they're misaligned like this and then pull back and get a break underneath, okay? So that's one way of doing it. Or the pinky count is still the way I usually do it. I'm not very happy with my pinky count, so I'm not going to teach it in detail until I'm happy with it. But this is still what I do most of the time, which is simply counting two cards like this with a pinky, okay? To make it very obvious, 1, 2, okay? So these are some different things you might want to look up and learn as you progress. And of course, sometimes in the context of the trick, there are different ways you can take the top card, gesture with it or something. And as you do that, simply push this card over, the top card over and get a break. Put that back, talk a little bit. You know, you can come up with different justifications for that. But personally, I usually do the pinky count, okay? Now, the big thing with this double lift, as I said, is this pushover, that you can push over two cards and they're perfectly aligned. Even though you can do it pretty slowly, they're still gonna stay aligned, okay? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a Marlo idea. So what's going on here? Actually, the two cards are kind of riding on my ring finger of this hand, the left hand in my case, okay? So after I've gotten that break, I use my ring finger, I kind of curl my ring finger into the break, okay? Almost all the way till the nail there, okay? And then my ring finger and my thumb acts as a unit almost. They're cooperating in pushing that card over, okay? And it's the ring finger's job of keeping those two cards perfectly aligned, okay? Okay, so you get your break, you curl your ring finger in there. So for just an instant, the break is going to be pretty large, okay? But that's just for a very short time, okay? And then the card is pushed over. So basically, you're extending your ring finger at the same time as you're pushing with your thumb. And what you're simulating, of course, is the way I personally usually do a normal single turnover, which is, of course, pushing over the card and turning it over, okay? So that is what you're simulating with this. So you might want to just do that a couple of times, okay? And then do the double version, okay? What you're gonna have to do is actually, there's not that much to it, but you need to practice this, and you're gonna have to practice this quite a lot, I think. In the beginning, the cards will split as you push over, and you might push them over at an angle. You might start doing, you know, something like that might happen. Basically what you have to do is simply practice this a lot. And the more this ring finger should be somewhere close to the middle of the card here, so that it's pushed over pretty straight. Okay, so just to recap really fast, you get a break however you want to. You curl your ring finger in there, again, kind of to the nail or something. This is a little bit bent as well, and then you extend both of these fingers at the same time, pushing the top two cards over, okay? And here you can take the cards in a pinch grip if you want to. We talked about that in the last video. That would be these two fingers underneath and the thumb above. When you pinch the card like this, they won't split, okay? I actually usually take it like this instead. So simply between my index finger here and my thumb, like so, and flip it over, okay? So basically this grip is the grip that I use, okay? So it looks like this. And then I do the same thing as in the other double. I let it fall a little bit over the edge here, so I can press down with my index finger over here and re-establish a break, okay? So as you turn the cards over, you simply let them very casually just drop them like this. This is slightly exaggerated. You don't really need a lot to simply apply some pressure here, and this is what will happen, okay? So you simply put your pinky in there and re-establish the break, okay? And then when you turn it back over, it's the exact same thing again, and you're done, okay? So let's do it one more time, just really quickly. You get a break underneath two cards, however you want to. That's the get ready. You curl in your ring finger into the break. You curl your thumb a little bit. And you extend them as a unit to push that over, okay? You grab the cards either in this grip or perhaps in this grip, and you flip it over. But again, it protrudes a little bit over here, so you can press down with your index finger over there, re-establish the break. Then you do the exact same thing. Remember to let it drop casually on top, just like so, and you have a pretty good double lift, in my opinion. Okay, so that's just a quick one for today, because I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, so I thought let's just show something I do all the time anyways, okay? This is my preferred version of the double lift. I've been experimenting with different pushover versions where you don't need to get a get ready or a break under two cards, or a lot of different versions. But this is the one I prefer mostly because it's pretty surefire because you can do the pushovers as slowly as you want to, and they won't split if you have practiced this enough, okay? So it's a very safe double lift still. It won't feel like that when you start off, but once you've gotten used to it, it's actually a very safe and good and natural looking double lift, in my opinion. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching today. Remember to like this video and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.